I want to start by really reiterating and saying that it is so wonderful to have the honor to sit here amongst all you this evening and deliver the state of our county. To not only you, the esteemed justices of the peace that I have the pleasure of working with, but also with my fellow elected officials and colleagues around the county, and most importantly to the citizenry of Washington County to report our progress so far. With the first year behind us as a new administration and new faces on the Quorum Court, what I want to say is how appreciative my team has been of the Washington County's people, our county co-workers and workforce, and fellow elected colleagues all around the county and the state. I'd like to say it's been so refreshing to work with our new and tenured mayors from all 13 of our municipalities and to hear more about how we can improve cooperation and between our county and our sister cities to make our county the best it can be. And what I will candidly tell each and every one of you is the office of county judge is so dynamic and diverse, and I'm not sure what individual is ready to take that on. With my short experience, I can tell you that the job encompasses so many different issues and subjects that many times it can be quite overwhelming. But what I can also say is that I'm incredibly thankful to all of those people who've taken some time with us and helped us and let us get acclimated so that we can make sure that we're being an effective asset for our county. And over the last year, I've been reminded daily that we all own a piece of our government. We all own a stake in this. And our success will be defined about how well we can collaborate and work together and bring solutions to our challenges. We have both the resources and the people to achieve great things in Washington County. And now is the time to dream of the future that we all want and to set measurable goals to arrive at that place. Our team has developed a passion for service that is quite dynamic. And I want to say something. We all observe in our office that we serve the highest office in government, and that office is of the citizen taxpayer. And I want to be very clear about what I mean by that. We have all chosen to serve the public, and in doing so, we've agreed to subjugate ourselves to the citizens who will always remain sovereign and to have control over their government. Our team is rabidly dedicated to the taxpayer objectives and to the betterment of our county. My office and our administration hear the directives of those voters and that they expect efficient and effective local government. And driven by these directives and their passion to serve, my team and I don't spend a lot of time reminiscing about the past year or where we've been, and instead we are constantly looking forward to the future. But just for a minute, I'd like to recap some of the places we've been over the last year and some of the accomplishments that our team at Washington County has been able to implement. Unbeknownst to even myself when we came into the office of county judge, it became very apparent to me that this time in Washington County will be known as a time of builders. It is what the times and circumstances are demanding of us as we grow and change. It's a daunting task, but we all live the Lord's plan, and He promises us that He will not challenge us beyond our capabilities, and so we take respite in that. I'd like to start by highlighting our grants department led by Dr. Russell, who continues to set records by administering over $11 million in new and renewed grants for 2023. And as impressive as that is, it's even more impressive that Dr. Russell is responsible for bringing Washington County a grant from the Department of Justice that will help us implement our first ever mental health court, building it from the ground up with District Judge Tara Stevenson. This will be a tremendous addition to our response to our criminal justice challenges. Our mental health court will bring efficiency for the taxpayers while also ensuring the vulnerable amongst us will get connected with solutions that will hopefully bring them long health and prosperity. And I appreciate the assistance of everyone all across the county and in other agencies that are working to make this implementation a success for a long time in Washington County. Knowing that we were going to be a county of builders in these next few years, the Lord provided us with Chief of Staff Lance Johnson, and I want to say he's overseeing two of the most consequential construction projects in our county's history. We want the men and women of our fire, law enforcement, and EMS teams to have the tools they need to protect our people. The Washington County Emergency Operations Center will serve as a regional asset in that goal. The facility will be world-class and will ensure every night when we lay our heads down, our county will be safer because the first responders will have the facility to monitor and collaborate on the myriad of potential emergencies we could face as a county. I also want to talk about our COVID mitigation, CMP, project at our Washington County Detention Center. And I want to continue to reiterate how critical that is to bringing our facility back to operational safety in a post-pandemic world. The reality is our detention center was never designed with the pandemic in mind. The CMP at its core is a safety valve for the dedicated men and women of the Washington County Detention Center. This relatively small project will serve the officers and healthcare workers that keep our inmates safe and healthy while they are in our care. The foundation of our criminal justice system is to ensure we have adequate resources to take dangerous criminals off our streets. Washington County is currently exposed in this area, and we're committed to seeing these improvements through, and we will tirelessly bring them to reality. In October, Washington County joined the Arkansas Wireless Information Network, AWIN, after taxpayer investment to upgrade our communications infrastructure. Director Luther and his team and all of our first responders all around the county oversaw a commendably smooth transition. This project started in earnest many years ago and is a shining example of how our county and our wonderful municipal partners can work together to collaborate on critical issues. With the support of our taxpayers, the county delivered the results to allow increased collaboration by allowing agencies and multiple different agencies to have interoperability while also greatly improving the coverage and quality of our communications all around our large county. The Washington County citizens should be proud of their investment in our future and our safety. You know, while we reflect on those accomplishments, we always have to stay focused on the horizon ahead of us. We face some key challenges in the years ahead. The quality of our dedication and the solutions that we implement to solve these issues will dictate the path we take well into the future, and our future generations will own the consequences of those decisions. Failure will stunt our growth and has the potential to remove opportunities for all the citizens of our county. A few of these challenges will start with planning and zoning. We all witness the tremendous growth our area is seeing on a daily basis. Growth and change are impacting our region with full force, and we can either harness that change or we can let that change happen to us. As promised, and after months of hard work, and in cooperation with the Regional Planning Commission, my office will be releasing a comprehensive rewrite of our county's planning ordinances. And the goal of this ordinance is to give both applicants and neighbors an orderly, straightforward, and fair process in a more traditional zoning approach. The best thing we can do is empower both business owners and private landowners with the opportunity to plan for the future, plan for growth, and change, all while balancing minimal government intrusion into our constitutionally protected property rights. I look forward to introducing that ordinance, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you to get that passed for the future of Washington County. We have made tremendous progress in our compensation here in the county, and what I want to say is we continue to know that any success we have as a county is due to our wonderful and dedicated employees that choose to work here with us every day. They are without a doubt the most valuable resource and asset the county has at its disposal. I want to thank each one of you on the Quorum Court for your continued assistance in making this a wonderful place to work, helping us adjust our compensation scales, helping us modernize our policies so that we can be competitive with the private sector. And there's more work to be done. And what I want to ask of you is, given the tools to reward exceptional individual performance will revolutionize our county workforce and bring measurable success to us for years to come. I know the vast majority of our workforce prioritizes their passion to serve the people as their reason to work here. But fair and just compensation for their talents and their efforts is critical to retaining these talented individuals. I look forward to working with each of you, ladies and gentlemen, introducing mechanisms and opportunities for merit pay adjustments. This will require not only budget support, but the development of fair mechanisms to measure and reward exceptional service. In preparation for those possibilities, I'm requiring all of our departments to implement regular and recurring performance evaluations for our entire workforce. Not only will this be the foundation on how we will reward performance with raises, but it will also be another great tool for our workforce and management to continue to communicate improvements and successes. We've seen major challenges in our roads. It's my assessment that the county broke our covenant with the taxpayers of Washington County regarding our roads and road infrastructure. The road department suffered from poor leadership for a number of years, and that resulted in our county undertaking some very unfortunate projects, while at the same time neglecting our main mission, which was our road infrastructure and network. Over the last year, our road leadership team has worked tirelessly to restore pride amongst our workforce. We've sacrificed to eliminate nonsensical projects that have hung over our department like a dark cloud. I want to thank our leadership team for their assistance in righting the ship and for their continued efforts and looking to switch from defense to offense in 2024. And we have unveiled a historic road program for our 2024 paving season. We have plans to pave over 200 county road miles this year alone. This is a tremendous effort and will require us to maintain this system, but also allow us to accommodate future growth. It's an ambitious plan. I ask our taxpayers to be patient as we continue to address challenges and issues. There are many inputs that pose a lot of risks to that plan. There are many single points of failure, but we want to work incredibly hard to achieve that goal. And I want to thank the men and women of our road department that come to work every day so dedicated to serving us as citizens and doing the hard work. We're not only going to get our swagger back as a road department, but our workforce wants to be the best road department in the state. And we can do it. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Criminal justice. Of the challenges we face, criminal justice is by far the most consequential, and it will have a direct impact on the future prosperity of our county. The field of criminal justice is very complicated, involves a lot of stakeholders, and to address these issues will require honesty and debate and candid self-reflection of all of our processes. The first candid realization is that the COVID mitigation project, the CMP, will not solve our overcrowded jail issues at all. And for that reason, we must remain dedicated to accommodating for our growth and addressing inefficiencies in our court. For years, we have been preached to by the state about the partnership we share. But I believe over the years that partnership has been laid bare as a one-way street. We're reaping the consequences of the seeds we have sown, and it's past time for us to demand a better harvest for our labor. I have witnessed our detention officers and public suffer while we're waiting on the state to solve its prisoner backlog and to address the painfully slow pace in our criminal courts. The coffers of Washington County taxpayers are being robbed by housing state inmates and not receiving fair reimbursement. And in dire efforts to preserve our justice system at home, Washington County admirably but regrettably stepped up to financially supplement the state's responsibilities in our justice system. While our taxpayers bear the burdens of these costs, which add up to millions annually, and while the state touts billion-dollar surpluses, our citizens are left to deal with the consequences of the state's shortcomings. No more. No more. From this point forward, we demand honest performance measures so we can monitor the effectiveness of our criminal justice system and also any potential reforms we want to implement. And we as a county will investigate every opportunity to bring our taxpayer funds home to ensure local needs can be met with local solutions. And I need the Quorum Court's help in standing up and being a loud and immovable voice in negotiation with our counterparts in Little Rock. For many years, many of us have pondered the feasibility of a regional jail concept here in Northwest Arkansas. The concept's being utilized around the nation, and has the potential to solve not only our jail overcrowding problems, but also presents the potential to collaborate with our neighbors and ensure regional stability. There's a possibility to gain economies of scale with our county jails while also increasing our sophistication with self-improvement and health programs for our detainees. Admittedly, there are many more questions to be answered, but I'm a firm believer that we owe it to the taxpayers to have these conversations and vet out how realistic and reasonable this approach could be here in Northwest Arkansas. In an effort to answer these pending questions, I'll be calling on you, ladies and gentlemen, on the Quorum Court to pass a resolution expressing Washington County's desire to establish a task force with our Benton County counterparts and any other regional partners who want to join the conversation to vet this idea out. I know we can be bold in our conversations and we can be bold with our solutions and the challenges that we're going to be facing. I and my administration stand fiercely behind our wonderful law enforcement community. I want to specifically thank Sheriff Cantrell for the wonderful working relationship we share. We together are committed to the betterment of our county to last way beyond the years of our service, and I know each of you feel that same way on this horseshoe. The conversation about criminal justice to this point has been dominated by activists, and I know certain critical voices are being drowned out. We need to turn away from our infatuation with who's in our jail and instead commit to ensuring we have the resources to accommodate the criminals who choose to be there. We need to listen to our citizens. We need to listen to victims of crime. And most importantly, we need to listen to our law enforcement professionals. They know the solutions. They've proven they can do their jobs effectively, and they know what it takes to keep us safe. In summation, I want all to know we alone here in Washington County hold the keys to our success or failure. We as a county must come to the realization that we cannot wait for the federal government or the state government to come to our aid and help us with our challenges and growth. Those calls have been placed. Those letters have been written, and they've gone largely unanswered. However, we shouldn't be concerned with that reality, for Washington County's people are a strong, proud, tough, and capable citizenry. And through my first year of service, it's been demonstrated to me repeatedly that we absolutely possess the resources and talents for this moment in time. The state of Washington County is strong, and there is no better place to meet these challenges together than our beautiful county. So let's join together and ensure this area is the absolute best it can be. And with that, I want to say, God bless each and every one of you, and God bless Washington County, Arkansas. Thank you for the time.
Amen.